Today is a very exciting day. We are going to pull Marley, just a normal, off of her set of eggs. She went with Parquet, Fire Inchi. It's very exciting because we did go through the freeze back in Houston, and this girl looked dead when we pulled her out. She spent a good 8 to 10 hours with no heat. Temperature was well below freezing when I got her out. Have dealt with RI through a number in the collection, so very excited to actually see eggs. Didn't know what our girls were going to do. Had several gravid females when the freeze came through, so I'm very excited to see eggs. Hopefully everybody's doing well. We'll candle them, make sure all the eggs are good, but they look really nice on her. So we're going to pull her from her clutch. To pull them, you simply grab around behind the head of the female, as also around the tail, and kind of unwind them from your clutch. So you're going to grab your tail of your female and just kind of unwrap them, because she's got her eggs really tightly coiled. She's a really good mama. Hopefully you don't take a bite. That's really good. So we'll get her cleaned up. We'll also want to check your female, make sure she is empty, because she's still decent sized female. So you're just going to run your finger down along her, make sure, run your finger down along her and make sure that she's empty. So you're going to run your finger through the middle belly. You can see she's completely empty all the way through. So we'll put her to the side. We'll get her washed up. She did really good. Good job, Marley.
Good job, baby.
So we're then going to take our eggs and we're going to place them in our pre-made egg box. I do have a video on egg boxes. I have a video on how we set up the egg box. Just going to pull the clutch exactly the way it is. I'm going to lay it right up in here. And since, like I said, we did go through the freeze, we will be candling all of these. They look pretty good. Some odd dimpling on them, but otherwise they look pretty good. So we'll candle them all and see how they're doing. Okay, so we're going to be checking. We're checking for the embryo, which is right there. You see the little jiggly ball there. Little jiggly ball right there. And there's the little round embryo itself. Then we just mark it with just a line on the embryo, so we'll know that's where up is. Then have new helpers today, so they're making their artwork on there, on the eggs. Up there's the embryo right there. You see a little jiggly thing. So this is going to be a little bit interesting stacking, because those two are stuck, so I will have to separate them since one embryo. Those were the ones on the top of the stack. This one, the embryo is right up on top. You can see it right up there, right there. Then this one, the embryo is right here. So if you jiggle it back and forth, you'll see the little swirl move. This one right there. And you can see the red veins. That's what you want to look at when you're looking at your eggs. You can see all these red veins all over the egg. It's a really good egg when you see these red, all this red, deep red lines. And then we got the last two. See where the embryo is. Which is, it's kind of a hard one to see through. Right, let's see, let's jiggle it a little bit. Right up here.
There.
Actually, wait, there it is, right there, right there, right there. And then one last one, right there. That's right here. So she laid those like that. So we will separate them. Since she just laid not too long ago, these are pretty soft, and so they're fairly easy to separate. Can you turn the light back on? Turn the light back on. Turn the light back on. Thank you. So you just gently separate them and They're fairly fresh, so they just come right apart. So I will lay them with the embryo up. This is the way she laid them, and they were already the embryo up, so I will not separate those. And then so just gently rock it kind of back and forth. Because you don't want to tear your egg. You can patch them with some Elmer's glue, but you really don't want to have to do it if you don't have to. It's just gently, gently, gently. That one's good. There you go. So we're gonna lay everybody face up. Then I use these plastic clothespins to secure my eggs so that they won't roll around. If you're checking them, if you're opening the incubator to put other eggs in, I just secure them down to the light diffuser. And it's nice that they have nice holes in the light diffuser, so it really helps just kind of clip them down onto the light diffuser, and then everything kind of stays in place. And we will set them up. And last year we were running at 55 days, and they were pipping on their own, and I will not cut till they pip on their own. And so that's all we do. Then they're ready to go in the incubator. They'll get labeled, whose clutch they were, when they were laid, and we have nice, beautiful 7 wonderful eggs. And they all have good veins, all have good embryos. So we'll just, now it's just a waiting game.